Since its inception, the WNBA has pretty much been the laughingstock of basketball.
Peter, don't. They say if you watch that video, you die.
That's a lot of baloney.
Will pull up and leave it way short. Kaiser has it stripped. Moore ends up with it.
I mean, everywhere you looked, the WNBA was the butt of jokes.
Any WNBA fans here? No.
Some of the jokes were amusing, others were harsh, but they were relentless, coming in waves.
The next time I watch a WNBA game will be the first time I watch a WNBA game.
Recently, however, a new wave of rookies have done the unthinkable, transforming the league from an object of ridicule into a respected entity.
We're at the midpoint of a WNBA season that's been like no other. Record-setting numbers on the court, in the stands, and on television.
Leading this remarkable group are Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. The sheer number of viewers these two superstar rookies are attracting compared to even the top WNBA players is absolutely staggering. On YouTube, the statistics reveal just how popular they are. In the past 30 days, for example, Breanna Stewart, the reigning MVP, received just under 7,000 views. A'ja Wilson, the reigning Finals MVP, garnered a little under 2,000 views. Meanwhile, Diana Taurasi, widely regarded as the WNBA GOAT, attracted about 26,000 views. Now, consider these two superstar rookies. Angel Reese commanded an impressive 368,000 views in the past 30 days, while Caitlin Clark, the golden girl of women's basketball, astounded with approximately 2.8 million hits. It's no coincidence that since these two entered the WNBA, there has been a significant rise in revenue from broadcast deals poised to increase the average salary of WNBA players by 3 to 4-fold. These two athletes are elevating the WNBA to unprecedented heights, achieving something we've never seen before. But here's the twist. They have been. Time and time again, we've seen it. From the taunts to the physical clashes, there's clearly something between these two that goes beyond basketball. On television, they'll deny it all day long.
Seem like it's something, but I love Caitlin and I love her game and I admire everything that she's done.
They deny it at every opportunity, but honestly, what I hear and what I see are two completely different stories. I mean, just look. During the 2024 WNBA All-Star Weekend practice, after Caitlin misses a half-court shot, Reese comes in right behind her and successfully shoots one. Then makes her rounds, high-fiving everyone except Caitlin. There's undeniably a spark of tension between these two WNBA rookie stars, and in today's video, we'll dive into the full story behind their rivalry, leaving no stone unturned.
The Sky only have 2 flagrant fouls all season. Y'all want to know who the 2 flagrant fouls are on? Caitlin Clark.
In 2002, the basketball gods saw how poorly the WNBA was performing, so they decided to bestow a gift upon the league. In that fateful year, Caitlin Clark was born in the heartland of America, Iowa, while approximately 104 days later, Angel Reese made her entrance on the vibrant East Coast in Maryland. From the very beginning, it was evident that these two were destined for the basketball world. I mean, both were born into families deeply rooted in the sport. Their basketball childhoods could easily fill a video or two, but to keep it brief, they were anything but your average young players. As one might expect, they both shined in their high school careers. Caitlin Clark dazzled at Dowling Catholic High School with breathtaking performances, including a 60-point game, scoring 13 three-pointers in a single game, and averaging over 30 points per game for 2 consecutive seasons, which earned her the prestigious title of Iowa Miss Basketball. Angel Reese, on the other hand, while less flashy than Caitlin, was equally formidable, earning a reputation as a double-double machine. For example, as a junior, she averaged 22 points and 19 rebounds per game. One distinction Reese had over Clark in high school was her championship success. While Reese secured a state championship each year she played, that coveted title continually eluded Caitlin. Due to the distance between Maryland and Iowa, their school teams never faced each other. However, they did cross paths a few times on the AAU circuit.
I love Caitlin. We've been competing since we were in AAU. I mean, AAU days, we've always competed. I remember she was at All-Iowa Tech.
The most significant encounter between them took place in the 2019 finals, where Angel Reese's takeover team defeated Caitlin Clark's Iowa squad in the championship game. In any case, these two were among the best players in ESPN's class of 2020 rankings, with Angel Reese at number 2 and Caitlin Clark at number 4. With high school behind them, it was time for the next chapter of their journey, where their rivalry would truly ignite and capture the world's attention. Caitlin chose to play at the University of Iowa to stay close to home, and because she admired head coach Lisa Bludler's ability to develop point guards. Meanwhile, Reese made a similar choice and opted for the University of Maryland due to its proximity to her home and the fact that head coach Brenda Fries had been trying to recruit her since 8th grade. Now, in their first college matchup, Angel Reese played a relatively minor role, logging just 11 minutes of game time, while Caitlin Clark dominated the narrative of the game.
Averaging about 6 to 7 attempts. Loco shot for Clark. She makes it.
And then Coach Caitlin Clark hit that 1-3 where she was falling and banked it, and she fell right in front of you. What were you thinking at that moment?
I marveled. It was a tough. I mean, we talked about her having to take tough shots, tough threes.
Unfortunately, Iowa had a disastrous first quarter and couldn't fully recover. However, Caitlin Clark herself made headlines, scoring 34 points and shooting 9 of 16 from beyond the arc. It was also during this game that Caitlin broke the Iowa women's basketball freshman scoring record. So, though Angel Reese and her team secured the victory, it was Caitlin Clark who unquestionably got more glory. Their next showdown came less than a month later at the Big Ten Championship. And similarly to the first game, Angel Reese played a relatively minor role, scoring just 6 points and grabbing 6 rebounds, but winning the game, while Caitlin Clark flirted with a triple-double, amassing 21 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists. Once again, while Angel Reese may have emerged with the victory, the spotlight remained firmly on Caitlin Clark due to her superb individual performances in this game and throughout the season.
With a shooter, not just a shot taker, but a shot maker. Welcome in Caitlin Clark, the phenomenal freshman out of Iowa.
If you were Angel at this point, it would be hard not to feel a tinge of jealousy towards Caitlin. I mean, despite beating her in numerous critical matchups since high school, through AAU, and now into college, the attention Caitlin received completely overshadowed her. In their second year, this dynamic remained unchanged. For example, in their sophomore year, they faced off in just one matchup where Angel Reese, finally getting more minutes, dominated the matchup with 25 points and 13 rebounds, compared to Caitlin Clark's 19 points on 25 field goal attempts and 10 turnovers.
Caitlin Clark held to just 19 points, second lowest scoring output of the season. Still, the fans here are appreciative.
Angel easily secured the win for Maryland, yet the media coverage told a different story.
Something's afoot, okay? Happy Black History Month. But Iowa just played Maryland, and there was definitely a disparity in coverage between two main players, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Now,
Imagine being Angel Reese, winning against Caitlin once again in a highly anticipated match, only to see Caitlin still garnering more attention.
Yeah, she's displaying some skill right now that's like, and she moving fast. Like it look like she don't look like, it look like everybody on that court is way slower than her when she get into her stuff.
If I were Angel Reese, I would be feeling a bit irked by now and asking myself, what more do I have to do? This is just speculation, but perhaps that was the question that prompted Angel Reese to transfer to LSU, where she played under Kim Mulkey. I mean, it was there where she truly blossomed.
Angel Reese was trying to put her shoe on, blocked it. Look, she's still holding her shoe in her hand.
Throughout that next season, she delivered phenomenal performances such as a 26-point, 28-rebound game against Texas A&M, achieved 20 consecutive double-doubles, and averaged 23 points and 15 rebounds per game. Angel Reese was finally starting to receive the recognition she deserved, becoming a star in the eyes of the world.
She was able to block her shot with one shoe on. That was dope. I thought that was so fly.
On the other end of that spectrum, however, Caitlin Clark had already ascended to megastar status. While she wasn't averaging a double-double, she was constantly on the verge of a triple-double, and she had just completed a season where she led all of women's basketball in both points and assists, complemented by her incredible highlight reels.
Clark, step back three, is good!
Angel Reese might have risen in popularity, but she was still far from Caitlin Clark, who was becoming a towering figure in women's basketball.
This home game felt like a road game at times. That's just how many Caitlin Clark fans are packed inside the arena right now.
Anyway, both teams were on fire in 2023, racking up victories one after another. With each win, their popularity soared even higher.
I am so much more excited to watch Caitlin Clark than any regular season NBA game. And I say that as somebody who loves the NBA because Caitlin Clark is everything to me.
This all led to that fateful day when Caitlin and Angel both reached the NCAA Finals. This would be their only meeting of the season, and it just so happened to be on the biggest stage in college basketball. Caitlin and Angel both understood the stakes. It wasn't just about a championship. It was about so much more. Caitlin might have basked in the spotlight her entire life, but she had never beaten Angel when it mattered. On the other hand, Angel had consistently bested Caitlin, yet the spotlight always shone differently on her. Additionally, this game became the most watched women's basketball game of all time up to that point. Nearly 10 million viewers tuned in, surpassing the viewership of any NCAA women's game or even WNBA finals game in history. The world was watching. Caitlin began the game with a bang.
I think there was 10. Clark, oh my!
But unfortunately for her, Angel Reese was once again doing what she does best, defeating Caitlin Clark.
To a zone defense, they will continue to switch their defenses all game long.
I must note, however, that crediting everything to Angel Reese wouldn't be fair. LSU had a much stronger overall team, with 3 players scoring 20 or more points, whereas Iowa, it was just Caitlin carrying the load. For instance, just before halftime, an Iowa player turned the ball over, allowing an LSU player to sink a stunning buzzer beater.
Hands it off, Carson banks it in! My goodness, it's wizardry!
The end result wasn't just another victory for Angel. It was a display of trash talking that would go down in women's basketball history. As the game drew to a close, Angel taunted Caitlin in an unprecedented manner for a finals match, getting right in her face and asserting her dominance. As one would expect, this sparked a significant amount of backlash.
My issue with Reese is that she followed Caitlin Clark around the floor. The game was over. Caitlin Clark is walking off, and Reese is trying to catch up to her to wave in her face and point at her finger. And do you feel better about yourself now?
Caitlin, however, saved Angel from facing even more backlash by responding with grace and defending her actions.
I don't think Angel should be criticized at all. No matter which way it goes, she should never be criticized for what she did. I'm just one that competes, and she competed. So I think everybody knew there was going to be a little trash talk in the entire tournament.
Despite Caitlin's defense, people continue to criticize Angel, casting her as the villain with harsh comments that would affect anyone, especially someone at the tender age of 21. The very next time they faced each other was once again in the NCAA tournament, just a year later. However, this time their encounter occurred earlier in the Elite Eight. This time, Caitlin was ready for Angel Reese. Angel Reese's words depicted a completely different perspective on her relationship with Caitlin than what we saw a year earlier.
Can you talk a little bit about the perceived rivalry between you and Caitlin and what you think of that?
It's just competitiveness. I mean, obviously from the game last year, 2 great players playing against each other, helping grow the game. So, I mean, of course I'm happy to be a part of it because we're helping grow women's basketball.
Perhaps it was a glimpse of her true feelings, or maybe it was a bit of PR control. We'll never really know. Angel performed admirably in this game, scoring 17 points and securing 20 rebounds. However, if there was ever a moment when Angel truly grasped why there was a vast gap in popularity between them, it was during this game. On this day, Caitlin played as if possessed by the basketball gods themselves.
Wheels around, evades Van Lith, and drains it! My goodness!
Angel clearly misjudged the situation, believing that the key was to focus on stopping the others.
We're going to have to really worry about those other players. We did a lot of film on those other players, of course, because she wins with 30 and they lose with she has 30, so.
There was nothing Angel or anyone on LSU could do to stop Caitlin in this game. She got whatever she wanted, whenever she wanted, wherever she wanted.
She's trying to redirect a pass. Clark, oh my! From Schenectady!
Caitlin dominated with 41 points, 12 assists, and 9 for 20 shooting from beyond the arc, all while playing every single minute of the game. And that's all she wrote.
If you want to be considered the GOAT, you got to have GOAT-like performances. And Caitlin Clark had a GOAT-like performance.
So much for stopping the others. Unfortunately for Caitlin, she faced defeat once again on the biggest stage of the NCAA for the second consecutive year. Despite finally overcoming Angel and becoming the biggest star women's basketball had ever seen, the ultimate goal still eluded her. Nonetheless, her popularity soared as she was chosen first overall in the 2024 WNBA draft, while Reese was drafted 7th. With her popularity reaching new heights, Caitlin Clark also enjoyed substantial financial rewards. For example, even before playing a single minute of WNBA basketball, she signed a lucrative contract with the largest sports apparel company in the world.
Caitlin Clark, the top pick in the recent WNBA draft, is on the brink of signing a game-changing endorsement deal with Nike, valued at a staggering $28 million.
In contrast, Angel announced she had chosen to sign with Reebok, though the financial details of her contract remain undisclosed. But come on, we all know that her offer was significantly less than Caitlin's. In the few WNBA games they played against each other so far, there seems to be an undeniable tension between the two. For instance, in one game, as Caitlin drove towards the basket, Angel Reese struck her on the head. While Angel claimed it was a defensive play, it appeared anything but that.
But if you've only played 540 minutes of basketball, and of those 540, 74 have been against Caitlin, you only got 2 flagrants, and they happen to be against Caitlin. I don't think it's coincidence.
I understand the competitive spirit. However, once you realize you've struck a competitor on the head, isn't it right to ensure they're okay? Just like Danny Green did when he checked on Klay Thompson after their collision. Instead, Angel doesn't even apologize for the headshot. In another incident, Angel's teammate cursed at Caitlin when she didn't even have the ball, then cheap shotted her to the floor. And Angel? Well, she was the first to stand up and cheer. There's a fine line between competitive basketball and outright hostility.
So you want to hurt me while I'm trying to play regular defense. So I'm trying to stop you. I'm trying to beat you.
Yeah, you can't.
You're trying to hurt me.
Anyway, recently they were wearing the same uniform. In their first ever WNBA game together, they teamed up against the USA Women's National Basketball team. Caitlin and Angel finally showed some positive chemistry on the court when Caitlin delivered a perfect assist to Angel and they high-fived each other afterward. Will this become a Bird and Magic scenario where early in their careers, the two hated each other, but after doing a few commercials together and playing internationally, they became practically best friends? We don't know. We'll have to see how this story unfolds, but one thing is certain. The careers of Caitlin and Angel are now intrinsically linked forever. Anyway, do you know who else is sort of intrinsically linked with Caitlin? Wardell Stephen Curry. Because these days, Caitlin is known to many as the female Steph Curry. And if you want to know the story of how this came to be, check out this video where I've detailed it all for you.